There was a lot of irony of doing pink for fall, I thought, and it's not something people normally expect. I think there was also a big focus on couture, and that we really want to express a level of our workmanship in our rooms, and in the way that Christian Dior did. I mean, that kind of feeling that the dresses were, you know, extremely, extremely draped, a lot of detail, mixtures of fabrics, layering of color, and I think a lot of it was reflective of, obviously, Funny Face and Fred Astaire and Audrey Hepburn, but also Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. There was certainly a reference to the 50s. And I think also cosmetics, the fact there were women of every color, and that those pinks, for me, represent almost like makeup. They were almost like blushes. You know, like you go to a makeup counter and you see all these extraordinary shades of pink. And there was a definite makeup kind of feel to the way the clothing looked, and that it was sort of like a veil over the body. There was so much detail in all the clothes. I mean, there was different kinds of embroidery layered over the skirts, a big focus on the train, the very edge of the train in the back. Also a real feeling for grandeur this time, and more pomp and circumstance, and hopefully in a modern way. I mean, certainly last year was highly architectural and disciplined, and this year was not meant to be frou-frou, but it was meant to be very female, very feminine, and very, should I say, luxurious.
I wanted to see Vera's bridal show for a while because she's single-handedly changed the bridal industry when she started out more than 20 years ago by deciding not just to be creating very simple white gowns, but to bring fashion into the quotient. And what she's done in the last few years that I think is really interesting is to bring the concept of color into shows. People thought she was crazy when she had an all-black collection. People thought she was being provocative when she did an all-red collection, or even opportunistic to strike on the Asian market. Today it was an all-pink collection. And I think what you see here is a designer who is not afraid to break the rules, shake things up, and say just because everyone's historically worn a white dress doesn't mean we have to continue doing that. So there's no reason why Vera Wang can't come in and change things.
Very pretty pink, corals, different shades of blushing pinks, and I think Vera's always played and not been afraid of playing with colour. Big full skirt, lots of big florals, almost like big corsages if you like. Just beautiful really, I thought.
Wow, I'm still walking on cloud 11. That was incredibly beautiful, so artistic. First of all, the color story, I think of like cherry blossom. It just seems like every shade of pink, from the, you know, dusty pink, and lilac and lavender, to this gorgeous dark rose colors. The lightness, the artistry of the work was incredible. Love the layering. The ball gowns were such standouts. And of course, easy to imagine, of course, in ivory as well, but wow, the color was dramatic and beautiful.
It was breathtaking, from the rose to the coral to the peony. I mean, she always just gives us just a beautiful breath of fresh air. I think the use of color in bridal is something that we're really seeing trending. Girls are breaking boundaries, I think. And for the women that wear it in white, they can fantasize and see something in color, and it gives them so much to get so excited about. It was so beautiful and so pretty and feminine. I think it's amazing how she can have her bride, the Vera Wang bride, be avant-garde, fashionable, traditional, classic, elegant, all at once. It's very hard to achieve that, and she seems to do it collection after collection.
but she's a leader. You know, she's not a follower. Vera sets the trend, and she always has set the trend in bridal, you know, for the past 20 odd years. So it's not a surprise when you see a collection like this. It advances the industry forward.
You know, next year will be 25 years for us, and I'd like to think that maybe we have helped in this time to encourage women to not only be creative, but to be individualistic, to feel freer, to be more fashion forward, and to explore herself on her biggest day. So I don't feel necessary for a uniform. You can judge by all the collections we've done and what we've done that there is no one way to get married for us. But I like to also think that I push that fashion envelope in a very traditional format, and yet I always try to, you know, turn it around a little bit, mess with it.